One thing that I never mentioned to you, one that Kel and I went to a lecture one night over the university by Professor Cotton and Forbes Carlyle, and what was the lecture was, I think the name was adaptation syndrome, which is the idea of, you know, one of the analogies was that a carpenter, if he frequently cutting himself or things like that, the wounds would heal much quicker than a person who'd say had no wounds of any description. Suddenly cutting himself, would have a lot of trouble healing. Person who had multiple wounds, or it was a much and this is the theory he adopted in far as muscle building and he adopted this what they called an ergometer, I think. He had it installed down the university, some of the boys went down there and had a triad on it. It was a real gut buster, I can tell you. And anyway, Cal and I got a wonderful idea. We'd reproduce this thing for Toowong. We turned it into sort of a straight pulling action with the ergometer head. We would work up an arrangement with a flywheel activated by an oar, which we tried to build. We had a bicycle wheel with the ratchet on it, coupled up to a chain onto the end of a sawn down blade. And we put a great lump of iron around this wheel. I think we rolled it because in those days, in the old workshops we had at Indooroopilly, there was a set of blacksmith's rollers. And we rolled this inch square steel to fit around the back of the wheel of the rim of the bicycle, and we bolted that on. And anyway, they used to fiddle down there with, and fellas used to get onto it, but eventually the fact that the weight in the wheel was quite out of balance with the strength of the spokes. You can imagine what happened. And they tried to either get a sort of a quick start on it or a quick stop on it. The iron would keep going, and of course the spokes would keep flexing backwards and forwards, and anyway, eventually it all fell through. But I believe later on, when they got the extension finished, they put in a couple of professional rowing machines down there. They've got quite a gym down there now, I believe. But that was the beginnings of that. We used to fiddle with things like that, and of course we used to have them all intrigued. Everybody wanted to have a go on it. And,